Hello my friends and welcome into cruise118.com. Today we've got another one of our destination special programs, and with us we've got our destination expert Karen Worrall.
Gracias, John.
Oh, my pleasure. Today we're going to be taking a look at a destination that's very popular in the UK. It's not too far away. It has year-round pleasant sunshine. And Karen, you've just got back from a holiday there.
Yeah, I went there at the end of March and it was wonderful to be back in the area. I haven't been for a while. The itinerary we're going to visit today are the dramatic and volcanic Canary Islands. Now, the Canary Islands are part of Spain, but are actually just under 1,000 miles from mainland Spain, 992 to be precise. They lie off the northwest coast of Africa, from just between 60 to 200 miles off the coast of the country Western Sahara, the next country south from Morocco, just so you know where we're at. And that means that the temperatures there are warmer than the rest of Europe year-round because it's further south and closer to the equator. The Canary Islands have interesting landscapes with many volcanoes, arid rock landscapes that look almost like you're on the moon, and black volcanic sand on many of the beaches. And cruises to the Canary Islands usually start from Southampton in the UK, which is very convenient.
It is very convenient, isn't it? It means you just get there and, you're on board and you're away. So, as I say, you get to Southampton, you get on board the ship and you're on your holiday. Take a bit more luggage, you can do because you're going from Southampton. Well, it seems really fantastic that we've got excellent deals for you as well today. Cruising to the Canary Islands, we've got deals from cruise sailings conveniently right out of the UK from Southampton. So let's take, with less paperwork, more luggage, and of course, it's quicker to go on holiday, isn't it? We've got cruise deals from 3 of the best cruise lines cruising to the Canary Islands, including Celebrity Cruises, MSC Cruises, and Royal Caribbean. And we'll have a look at some of the best ports in the Canary Islands as well, of Gran Canaria, Tenerife and Lanzarote, along with other fantastic cruise ports as well, including Lisbon, Vigo, Funchal in Madeira as well. It's all coming up, so you'll want to be going. So before we get into it, should we tell you why you should be cruising with Cruise 118? Well, first of all, we've got our best price guarantee. Now that means, well, just go to the website and have a look at it. It means you're going to get the best price. When you book with us, you're talking to cruise experts. It's all we do with cruises. We don't do anything else. You can book with confidence because you know we're ABTA and ATOL bonded. And, of course, there's our reviews. Go and see what people who've used us before have said about us. They're fantastic. And, of course, when you book with us, you're not just booking with any old travel agent. You're booking with part of the world's largest cruise retailer. Yeah. We sell more cruises than anyone else. Now, there's got to be a reason behind that, hasn't there? There really does. So, now we know all that, where's our first port of call?
Well, John, let's start in Portugal, in Lisbon. Now, Lisbon is a quintessential European city full of historic architecture and famous for its signature cobblestone streets. Explore the terrace viewpoints called the Miradouros in the Old Town, or head off to the Castle St George, which sits on one of Lisbon's 7 hills. Wander the pretty neighbourhoods, check out the aquarium and the beaches, and then you can have one of the delicious pastéis de natas. Now, they are the Lisbon Portuguese custard tarts. They're baked and sold all over the city, and you can just follow your nose to guide them, and they have a little dusting of cinnamon on top. Try them the proper way like the locals have them. They are delicious. And also, if you're a fan of codfish, you can try the traditional Portuguese bacalhau, which is the smoked codfish, which is very tasty to have. It's a very good cultural city and food city as well. Another place to visit near Lisbon, known for its history, is the ancient city of Sintra, to see the fairy tale-like Penha National Palace, which exemplifies 19th century style architecture. It's perched on top of a rocky outcrop with a strategic view of the area to protect from invaders, and is nestled in the Parque de Penha forest. The palace is as impressive inside and out, with elaborate stone carvings, decorative gateways guarded by carvings of gargoyles, elegant ballrooms, and sumptuous staterooms of the king. So it's a fantastic place to visit, and especially going there on a tour. So we've seen Lisbon.
Do you know what? And I love Lisbon as well. I really do love Lisbon. So where are we off to next?
Let's take a look at La Coruña.
Oh, Spain.
A Coruña, as locals call it, or La Coruña, as most Brits call it, is a beautiful city perched on a rocky peninsula in the northwest of Spain in the autonomous community of Galicia. It is full of ancient Roman and maritime history. The Crystal City near the harbour is home to the Gallerias, the 19th century enclosed glass balconies. And the Paseo Maritimo, the waterfront boardwalk, is a great place to walk along and see the city's old town from, and lots of remnants of the medieval city. Now, another place you can see is the Tower of Hercules. Now, the city itself has a Roman wall which you can walk along parts of, and you can climb the green hill to the Tower of Hercules here. This is a Roman lighthouse that has been in active use overlooking the North Atlantic coast of Spain since the 2nd century AD. It is 180 feet tall and is the best preserved lighthouse remaining from the classical Roman age, and the only one that is still in use. So it is definitely worth visiting while you're in the city. Now, La Coruña is a wonderful city for seafood. Paella, pretty much Spain's national dish, originates from Valencia, but is eaten throughout Spain, and each area makes their own version of it using the local ingredients available. So if you like seafood and paella, then definitely sample it here, as Galician paella is full of local seafood like large juicy prawns, mussels from the cold Atlantic waters, and squid. It's muy sabroso, very tasty. So have a little taste of that if you like while you're there.
I do love a good paella. I lived in Spain for many years. Okay then, that sounds great. So let's have a look at our first cruise, shall we? We're going with MSC on the Virtuosa, sailing from Southampton. Now this is a cruise that's going right in the heart of the summer, the 13th of August. So let's have a look at what you can expect on board the MSC Virtuosa. I mean, it is an absolutely wonderful ship. I've been on her a couple of times already, and I know you're going to enjoy it. She's got so much. She's the newest ship at the moment. She was launched in May 2021. She's got innovative features, elegance. It's everything. Fantastic music throughout. Look at the hot tubs in some of the staterooms. You're going to love them. It's got a bowling alley, a full-line bowling alley as well. And on the main promenade, which is called the Galleria, it's got the longest LED dome at sea with lots of fun. They have different shows on it every night as well. It's truly incredible. The food is amazing as well. There are so many different places. Do you know what? This is great. The Butcher's Cut is an amazing place as well. This is where they do the seafood. Oh, the teppanyaki. Oh, you love the teppanyaki, and they've also got a sushi bar there as well, which is absolutely amazing. This is the Butcher's Cut. There's that dome I was telling you about at sea. And then, of course, there's the chocolate area there as well, which you're just going to love. They do all little bits. There is so many great places to go and dine there. This is the buffet area. The buffet area is open 20 hours a day. 20 hours a day. And I tell you, they make some of the best pizzas anywhere. You can see them making them as well. They make them to order. So, should we have a look at where we're going? We're going to sail out from Southampton, and our first port of call from Southampton is going to be La Coruña. Absolutely amazing. You're going to love it. Lisbon is next, and well, we've just heard about Lisbon, haven't we? And do you know what? They have those little yellow trolley buses. The number 47 takes you all the way around. It's about €5. It's great value. Funchal in Madeira, absolutely lovely. You've got to try the Madeira wine while you're there as well. I think that's the law, isn't it?
It's the law. Should be anyway.
Then we're off to Las Palmas and Gran Canaria. Gran Canaria, I love Gran Canaria. There's so much to see and do there as well. The beaches are fantastic. Then we're off to Santa Cruz to Tenerife. And Tenerife, once again, this is where you go to Mount Teide for the day. And it's always snowpack. There's always a bit of snow on the top. It's amazing. Then we're off to Arrecife in Lanzarote. Absolutely amazing. Do you know what? Duty free shopping there as well. You know, you've got to avail yourself of that, haven't you? Then we're into Vigo in Spain. Once again, there's the beaches here, and there's so much going on in Vigo. You try your paellas there as well. Absolutely amazing. And then we're back into Southampton. A fabulous cruise, I'd say, right in the heart of summer, the 13th of August. It doesn't get more high summer than that, does it? I'll tell you what, let's have a look at the full details on screen, shall we? So we can get you involved in this one. It's absolutely an amazing deal. From Southampton, as I say, you're away for 12 nights here. It's a brand new ship. Many people tried it for the first time last year when it was cruising around the UK. I did. I know that. I absolutely loved it. If you want full details of it, go to the website cruise118.com/TV or give us a call 0808 2585 But you can actually book this online right now. cruise118.com/TV and book it right now. Top tip here as well is there's a bar on top deck which overlooks the whole of the swimming pool and the big screen. It's amazing. Get yourself up there of an evening, you'll love it. All right, that's our first deal. Where are we off to next, Karen?
Well, next up, let's head to Spain, to Vigo. Vigo is the largest city in Spain's autonomous Galicia region with a population of about 300,000 people. It lies along the southeastern shore of the Vigo Inlet of the Atlantic Ocean. Now, this bustling city is also close to nature with green forests and mountains surrounding it, so it's very easy to get out of the city and into nature too. It's not far away at all, so you can see the best of the city while also seeing a bit of the beautiful Spanish countryside while you're there as well. It is one of the most important fishing ports in Europe, and it is known for its freezing and canning industry. And seafood in Vigo is plentiful and delicious, like in all of the Galicia area, as fishing boats come in every day bringing in their fresh catch. So when you are in a restaurant, you can often see the fishermen will come in with a bag of whatever they've caught that day, and that's kind of what you can find on the menu, and that's my kind of place. Yeah. It's absolutely wonderful. Now, one of the specialty dishes in Vigo is octopus. It's a local favorite because there's plenty of them swimming around in the cold waters near the city. So you can have it in a kind of more upscale version like this, or very, very simple. They're also served in stews, cooked lots of different ways. So if you are a fan of that, then definitely give this a try while you're out in port. It's very tasty, as is all of the seafood in this area. Now, another place to visit, a great tour to take from Vigo, is to Santiago de Compostela and visit the cathedral. Whatever your faith is, or even if you don't have one, everyone is welcome. Now, pilgrims have taken the 500-mile sacred Camino de Santiago, Walk of Santiago, from the French town of Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port for hundreds of years to show their devotion and reach the cathedral, whose construction started in 1075. And the historic quarter of Santiago de Compostela is dotted with monasteries, churches and historic palaces, which are fantastic. And the cathedral is home to the world's largest botafumero, which is a smoke expeller which burns incense in a swinging metal container. So while you're in the cathedral, have a look out for that. You might see it being swung around. It's very good.
It's a beautiful place to go to. I've been there many times. It really is well worth a visit. And you can book it straight from the cruise line, can't you?
You can, exactly. It's wonderful.
So where are we off to next?
Next up, let's go to Madeira. We had a little quick peek at that. So we're going to go to Funchal in Madeira. It's a lovely town on the Portuguese island of Madeira, which lies out in the Atlantic Ocean. It is a wonderful port, and it's not often visited, only really on Canary Island or transatlantic crossing cruises, so is a lesser visited gem to visit. Now, you can wander the 17th century terracotta roofed architectures, or you can stop in a bakery for a little bit of local cheesecake while taking a little tour around from the harbour. It's a beautiful town to walk around, and it's very easy to get to from your ship, so everything is nearby. Now, Madeira is an adventure lover's paradise. You can explore this unique island by land, sea or air, trek the Lavandas, the island's open canal system, and take in the panoramic views of the mountains and the oceans as well. Now, as well as adventure, a wonderful thing to do here is to take the cable car. Now, the cable car you can take from the old town of Funchal, and it goes up to the small suburb of Monte. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and currently it's only about 14 euros or so return, and the sloping length of the trip is 10,500 feet, and it takes you 1,800 feet up from sea level. It's a great way to see the beautiful panoramic view of the city. So you get gorgeous views, it's really easy, and here you can see the view from the top looking down towards the sea as well. It's absolutely beautiful. A great tour to take out from Funchal is out into the countryside to the Calheta area to see the 25 Fontes and Cascada de Risco waterfalls. The 25 Fontes are named because they apparently have 25 streams of water coming out from the main falls. The area is full of lavandas, which are irrigation channels specific to Madeira and the Azores, another Portuguese archipelago in the Atlantic. Now, tours take hikes through this lush verdant area where you can enjoy the beauty of the falls and the forests. Another wonderful place to see is Sal Vicente or St. Vincent Caves. They are a fantastic place to visit from your ship. You can go out on a tour here. They were formed 890,000 years ago. Wow. Very old, and are the first caves of volcanic origin to be open to visit in Portugal. They were formed via volcanic eruption and created lava tubes which became the caves. Now the tours last about 1,000 meters along the caves, and it's about 15 to 20 feet tall, so you don't feel too claustrophobic. And at the end of the tour you can see the volcano center, where you learn all about the geological evolution of the caves and the eruption of the volcano and the birth of the Madeira Islands themselves. So lots to do there. I think this would be a good time for another deal, John.
Do you know what? I think you're right. And we're going with Royal Caribbean International and the Anthem of the Seas. Now, this is a brilliant cruise. So, tell you what, let's have a look at what you can expect on board the Anthem of the Seas. It's absolutely an amazing ship. I mean, it is, isn't it? Look at the length of it. It's got things like, well, the North Star on it, which we'll come into it in a few moments' time. It's one of our favourite ships as well. It really is. It's got so many things to do. It's an action-packed holiday. Loads of great accommodation that you're going to love. Lots to choose from. You can book this, by the way, online as well. There's places like the Seaplex, which has got bumper cars. You can do circus acts on there. Do you know, it's got everything for the kids. They're going to love it. The Bionic Bars on there too. The North Star. That's a bit like the London Eye. By the way, all this is included in the price. You don't pay any extra for this. The Flow Rider, you don't pay any extra for this. It's included in the price. The Ripcord by iFly, which you see here, it looks like you're skydiving. That costs £90 to have a go at that in Manchester. It's all included in the price here. And that's what's so good about this deal. So, I'll tell you what, let's have a look at where we're going to go. We're going to cruise you out from Southampton. And do you know what you do is you just turn up at Southampton, they take your luggage, and you're on holiday. That's it, you're on holiday. Head straight for the Seaplex. Then we're going out and we cruise out to Vigo, which you've just heard about. So much to do in Vigo. You know, you won't know what to do. You won't. There's so much to do. Lisbon, once again. You know, the cruise in and out of Lisbon, and when you go under the May the 5th bridge there, everyone ducks. I don't know why you do. Then we're into Lanzarote, a lovely Canary Island. You're going to really love, and the beaches here are amazing. They really are. Then we're off to Gran Canaria. There's some fabulous water parks in Gran Canaria as well. So you might want to go and visit them as well. You know, do a bit of have a splashing time, as they say. Then we're off to Tenerife. And I'll tell you what, as you come off in Santa Cruz in Tenerife, there's a great beach just nearby, which you'll love. You really will. And then we're into Madeira. Well, we've just been hearing all about how wonderful Madeira is, and you are going to love it. You really are. And after Madeira, we're off to La Coruña. Do you know, we've just heard about that before, and La Coruña, one of my favourite places in Spain. Let's go there and have a paella or something like that before we take you back to Southampton. And that's unfortunately where the cruise comes to an end. So I'll tell you what, let's get you the details so we can get you on this cruise, shall we? Now, what I would say to you is, get yourself involved. It's going on the 5th of June for 12 nights. It's 12 nights full board as well, which is absolutely amazing. And there's so much included in the price. You've seen all those shows and all that sort of thing. They're all included in the price, the shows. I think it's, is it We Will Rock You or Hairspray? One of those sort of shows. Full shows on board that you're really going to love. And, yeah, you know, Royal Caribbean, they are you know, just going on the ships. It's a deal. It's a deal to be done. If you want to, cruise118.com/TV. You can book online right now or give us a call, 0808 2585 118. That was a great deal, wasn't it? Something for all the family. So where are we off to next?
Well, John, let's look at the stars of the show, the Canary Islands themselves. And we'll start in the largest island, which is Tenerife. Now, when your ship docks at the largest island in the Canary Islands, Tenerife, you'll feel like you've entered another world. The island has diverse nature with landscapes ranging from deserts to towering volcanoes, dense forests to spectacular beaches. Head to Mount Teide National Park to see the volcanic mountain that claims the title of Spain's highest peak. A visit to the famous dormant volcano, which last erupted in 1909, so don't worry, you're very safe, is one of the most popular trips to take on the island. It's a great way to learn about and see firsthand the exciting landscapes and see the volcano up close. It is 12,188 feet above sea level, the highest point in the Canary Islands, in Spain, and in the Atlantic Ocean, so it is definitely worth a trip. Now, your ship will dock in the busy resort town of Santa Cruz de Tenerife, and this is the island's largest and busiest town, with great restaurants, local and international food there, good bars and pubs, cute little cafes, many with live music on during the day as well as in the evening, plus fantastic shopping as well. So a lot to do there. And it also has a great beach, as John was saying.
Fabulous.
It is, isn't it? It's a long sandy beach there, which has been imported for the tourists because the beaches here are usually the black volcanic sand from the volcanoes on the island. But in this beach, it's the golden sand. And there's even a stone wall barrier in the sea to protect the beach from the sometimes strong waves from the Atlantic Ocean, which makes it the perfect beach for families to go in. It's nice and safe for the kids to swim in. Now, when you're tired out from your adventures, head to a beachside bar for a glass of sangria and some crusty bread slathered in almagrote, a Canary Islands local hard cheese spread with flavoured with tomato, garlic and paprika before heading back on board. It is delicious.
Sounds gorgeous, doesn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. I love all that sort of thing. So, where are we off to next?
Next up, let's head to Las Palmas in Gran Canaria. So in Gran Canaria, your ship docks in the town of Las Palmas. This once sleepy fishing town has grown into a cosmopolitan city and is the largest town and the commercial centre, not only of the island, but of all the Canary Islands. Now, there is plenty to see and do in Las Palmas with the lovely marina promenade that you can see here. There are museums, cathedrals, and interesting architecture, shopping, cafes, and charming old town squares. So lots of things to see there. Now, the Gran Canaria's rocky coastline is just 93 miles off the coast of West Africa. And you can see it is absolutely beautiful. The nature here is gorgeous. But right in the center, there's rocky parts on the outside and it's green on the inside of the island. And there's also desert-style sand dunes that adorn the south and the leafy mountain centers in the middle. So it's very green there as well. So lovers of the great outdoors enjoy the island for surfing, cycling, hiking, or taking a road trip around the island as well. If you want to get outside and see things, it is a perfect place to do that. Now, the most popular things to do in Gran Canaria is to, and it's also my top tip, is to take a tour out from Las Palmas to the desert-like dunes of Maspalomas. The dunes occupy an area of about 1,000 acres, and they were formed when sand was washed up from the Atlantic Ocean by the wind blowing on the coast during the last ice age, when the water retreated and the sand was left exposed. So the area looks like a desert, but it's actually just a huge sand dune that stretches out to the sea. It is truly an amazing place to visit.
It is, and it's well worth a visit. I love it. I love the whole area around there as well. The kids love it too, making sandcastles and stuff. Right, where are we off to next?
Now we are going to head to the beautiful Lanzarote. So Lanzarote is a fantastic island. It is home to the gorgeous aquamarine seas, the white sand and black volcanic beaches, and nearly year-round sunshine. Now, your ship will dock in the town of Arrecife, which is a busy town with lots of amenities. There's lots of things to see and do on Lanzarote, so I would recommend getting out of the port town and into the island to see more of it. Now, this is Timanfaya National Park. So if you travel inland, you'll see that there are more than 350 volcanoes, volcanic cones in the volcanic Timanfaya National Park with its otherworldly volcanic landscape. More than 100 volcanoes erupted here in the 1700s, and UNESCO has dubbed the entire island a Biosphere Reserve protected site. Now, when you're there, you can walk part of the way up Timanfaya and see kindling set alight by underground lava rocks. Now, I took this photo last time I was there, just a couple months ago, and you can see the volcanic steam at work from the geysers here. So you can really see that it is a live volcano in action. It's a really cool place to visit. Now, my favorite thing to visit here is actually Jameos del Agua lava caves. Now, Jameos del Agua is a cave formed by a lava tube created when the nearby Timanfaya volcanoes erupted in 1726. The lava made its way out to sea eventually and left these caves made from basalt lava. It is very beautiful. Now, something really cool about this area is that thousands of tiny blind white crabs live in the pool in the cave. And this is the only place in the whole world that they live. It's very unique. There's also an amphitheater here, a pool and a little bar so you can sit back and relax as well. I was just very much enamored with the tiny little crabs. They were very cute indeed. Now, something else that's very interesting about Lanzarote is the soil. Now, due to the volcanic soil, farmers have to farm in a different way than normal. So this is what a vineyard looks like in Lanzarote. So basically what they did was, this is the area of La Guiria where the vineyards are located, and they're fascinating to see. The farmers have adopted a principle of digging a hole in the soil to reach the water source underneath, and they protect the vines and other crops by building a low dry stone wall around it, protecting the vines from the direction of the wind, because most of the Canary Islands can get quite windy. So once you've seen the vineyards, you have to go and try the wine. So this, of course, so it's very practical. It's a very successful way of doing it, and the local wines are great. They're usually the drier Malvasia and the sweet Moscatel dessert wines, and I would definitely recommend sampling both of them while you're there. Now, speaking of food and drink, when you're in any of the Canary Islands or any of Spain in general, you should always try some local tapas, which means little bites. Now, it's a fantastic way to sample little bits of dishes and find some of your new favorites. Now, this is some that I had in Lanzarote recently, and this has got some of my favorites here. Now, we've got the potatoes in the little dish. These are called papas arrugadas. They are Canarian potatoes cooked in local lava salt, and they're shown here with the red and green dipping sauce. There's a local cheese as well, and also there's aubergine drizzled with palm honey, which is absolutely delicious. Now, this is something pretty cool. This is a lava rock gem. This is made from olivina. This is a mineral found in certain types of black lava basalt rock in Lanzarote, and it's a gemstone which is made into jewellery, which I'll show you in just a moment. You can buy this and take it home, and this is a really nice thing to take home. And then also, this is my favourite souvenir. This is rum. I've said before, rum's my favorite drink. It's great in the Caribbean, but it's also great in the Canary Islands. This is my absolute favorite. It's called honey rum or rum de miel. And you can get it in all the bars and restaurants in the Canary Islands. You'll get it in the restaurants. You'll often be invited for a little chopito, a little glass of it at the end of your meal if you're in a restaurant, and you can buy it in the supermarkets. If you want to buy it to take it home, buy it in the supermarkets. It's cheaper there, and it's wonderful. And I haven't had a brand that I don't like, so I would definitely try that.
It is. Well, shall we have a look at our next deal? This time we're going with celebrity, and we're going on the celebrity silhouette. Let's have a look on board and what you can expect on the celebrity silhouette.
So we're going to take a look at the silhouette here. It first launched in 2011 and was part of the £500 million Celebrity Revolution Modernization Project in 2020. She has got 2,902 guests, 1,230 international crew. Now, some of the bars, we've got the wonderful Martini Bar, where the expert mixologists put on a show as they give you your wonderful drinks. We've got the Craft Social Bar, which is casual yet chic pub offering tasty flights of craft beers, wines and spirits, along with light bites such as chicken wings, truffle fries and Kobe-style beef sliders as well, along with some live music. The Passport Bar is a great place to relax and sit back during the day, and in the evening there's big band jazz or a string quartet to have your evening in style. Now, we've also got the World Class Bar, which is indeed world class, and the expert mixologists mix up some crafts and they pair the finest spirits for a unique experience for you there.
Sounds absolutely wonderful. I'll tell you what, let's skip straight to the deal so we can see how you can get yourself involved in this, because you won't want to miss out on this one. It's going on the 9th of October for 11 nights from Southampton to Porto, Lanzarote, Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Lisbon, Vigo and back into Southampton. If you want to know more information, go to cruise118.com/TV and you can book it there as well, or give us a call on the number. Listen, we've run out of time already. It goes so quick. So, from me, John Cooper, thanks for watching and carry on cruising.
Hasta luego.
Adios.